Well, hello, 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 and good morning. I cannot believe I'm here this early in the morning. Anyway, very excited to be here with you and on this amazing Sunday. Now, excuse the background as I was expected to have a guest today to feature based on today's conversations, connections, and collaborations. So, again, I'm really excited to be here with you. If you are just tuning in case you're not sure who I am, let me introduce myself and then I'm going to make sure I'm streaming where I need to be streaming. I'm Reverend Joanne Barrett Cologne, the founder of Holistic Fitness and Why. I am also your holistic integrative teacher, holistic personal trainer, Reiki master, medical astrologer, master of numerology, card creator, and card reader. And like I said, super excited to be here with you today. My topic was supposed to be something a little different than what it's going to be now. However, it's going to be the same title, connections and collaborations. So let me just take a minute, make sure I'm streaming where I need to be streaming, and then we're going to get ready to dive into this topic and spend a little time with you. If you have your beverage for the morning, water, coffee, tea, feel free to grab that. We'll drink together on this morning, on Sunday morning for that matter. And just checking in to make sure I am streaming where I need to be. And if you happen to be watching this on YouTube, go ahead and do me a favor and subscribe, say hi, and hit the thumbs up button. I'd appreciate that. Here I am, live there. Super excited to be here with you. And I'm going to go and land where I usually land, which is Facebook. So if you are watching this on Facebook, I'm super excited to be with you today. And I'm just going to share a little bit about the energy, although the title again is Connections and Collaboration. It is a perfect title because of the energy we are currently in right now. After all, many of you may be familiar with the terminology of we are in what's called the age of Aquarian. Considering now Pluto is actually transiting in Aquarius energy, at least for the next 20 years. What does this mean for every one of us? Pluto transiting Aquarius. Pluto is the planet of death, meaning things dying off, and rebirth, which means when something dies off, something new comes in. It's about your transformation that you're undergoing. In addition to it being an Aquarian energy, Aquarius is about your vision. It's about collaborations. It's about your network system. It's about your tribe. It's about connections, making a connection. Who is it you want to connect with over the next 20 years? Now, to be frank about things, the most important entry of this energy is really the first 3 years of the 20 years. And what do I mean by that? When we talk about 2025, 2026, and 2027, those are significant years that we're moving into when we talk about it energetically. And I'm just writing the numbers down as I speak. And why do I say that those are significant energies? Well, 2025, when you look at those numbers and add them up, adds up to a 9 vibration. That 9 is a reminder that we are here to review the last 9 years of our lives. And I'm just going to take a minute because for whatever the reasons are, Facebook is funky lately. And we're going to excuse Facebook for being funky. In any ways, as I was saying, so when we talk about the number 9, as it is about completions, it's about an ending. It's about your higher wisdom. It's about knowledge. It's about learning to the people you're going to be connecting with. And that's really important to pay attention to, because what you may start to notice over the next 3 years, even sooner than that, that some of the people you've been hanging out with, so to speak, may no longer really be aligned with who you are here and becoming. After all, this is a 9-year review, which means you're reviewing the last 9 years of your life. What worked for you, what's working for you, and what may not be working for you anymore. And because of that, identity for that matter, it is really about evaluating the people that you're hanging around with, and are they helping you to be lifted? Are they helping you to take you to the next level? Are they inspiring you to be the best version of you? Because again, I forget who had said it way back when. If you take a look around the 3 main people you hang out with, those 3 people are a protege of you. They are who you really are. So pay attention to those 3 people that you're spending the most of your time with. Are they inspiring? Are they empowering? Are they motivating? Because those are the real, at least from my point of view, the three big traits and features that we really want to pay attention to as we move forward. We want inspiration. We want to be inspired. We want to be inspired by the conversations we're having. We don't want to talk about the weather. We want to talk about the actual things that's lifting us up, the things that's helping us to pay attention to what actually is going to take us to the next step. And that's inspiration, being inspired, being uplifted, walking away from a conversation feeling so excited, so motivated, as though you took, let's say, had 12 cups of coffee that you're ready to go, 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 go. That's the type of inspiration you're looking for. In addition to empowering. You want to be around people that's going to empower you. What does that actually mean, empower you? Lift you up, help you, and bring light to whatever the story is that you're looking to share. So perhaps maybe in 2025, you've been thinking about writing a book, creating a magazine, traveling the country, starting a business, moving out of a career that is a 9 to 5 position, and you're ready to move into your entrepreneurship. This is what empowering looks like. This is what those people look like. The inspiration and the empowerment. And then we have motivation. People that are going to motivate you to be a better version of who you are. That is what we're looking for. So when we think about this energy of collaboration and connections in 2025, working on letting go of people that don't do that for you, people that aren't uplifting you, people that aren't encouraging you. And for me anyway, when someone encourages me, it means that they're having a conversation with me about what's going on in my life, not in reference to my health or my family, but more related to what am I up to? What am I cooking? What am I focused on? Like, I know for myself, when I speak with people about who I am based on what I'm here to do, I get lit up. I get excited. It gets my energy going to want me to be in that space, to want to do something more. Now, if you know anything about me and you've been following me for the last give and take 4 years, you know that there's a lot that's changed about the work that I do and who I am and where I'm doing it and how I'm doing it. And that was all really a protege of the motivation, the empowerment, and the inspiration that I was receiving from the very people that were in my corner supporting me and cheering me on. Because to do what I did took a lot of encouragement, a lot of strength, a lot of determination, and a lot of trusting that the decisions that I had to make to be where I am today are totally in alignment to what it is that I am here to be doing. And not being in that space of fear and worry, and more importantly, not being surrounded by people that were going to discourage me, give me reasons for me not to do the things that I did. Now, if you're curious to know what it is that I've done, if you're just newly following me, back in 2022, after 22 years of operating, owning, and founding a storefront, I made a decision with the help, believe it or not, of the pandemic. And I even think it goes further back than the pandemic. I think this really goes back to like 2019, 2018, 2017, where I made the decision to close my storefront. So operating from a face-to-face business, on-site business, to moving to a virtual business, remote business. Now, the positive side of this remote business is that I get to meet people all over the world. I am working with women all over the world. I work with women who live in Mexico, in Arizona, in, oh my God, you name it, Canada, for that matter, and the list goes on. And I'm doing this now because my business is remote. I have more time to really devote in what I truly enjoy doing. Not only as a personal trainer, or should I say a holistic personal trainer, but really as a holistic teacher, integrative teacher, where I'm teaching more of helping women do what it is that I do so they can step into their light so they could do something similar to what I do. So it's the motivation behind the inspiration and the empowerment. And that's about this collaboration. So we talk about that 9 vibration. It is really about reviewing the last 9 years of your life and who are you hanging out with? And are those people serving you? So that 9 again is about letting go. It's that higher wisdom. It's the things that are dying off and the new things that are coming in. And we're in a powerful time right now with Pluto being in Aquarius, as we are all about looking at our visions. What is your vision? How do you see you? What do you see yourself doing in 2025? What do you see yourself being in 2025? How do you see yourself receiving in 2025? And this is for everybody, whether you are quote unquote retired. Now, when I think of the word retired, I sort of twinge because it's a word that's used a lot by the generation that thinks they're retiring. But when we really look at that word retire and you really break it down, that word retire, it's like tire. What are you tired of? What are you tired of? And it's rightfully so to be tired because you probably spent the last, what, 25, 30 years, 40 years in a career that you got up every single day to just go through the motions of just working 9 to 5 to expect a paycheck at the end of the week or every other week to pay quote unquote your bills, living really in the 3D energy. So yeah, I'm sure you're tired. I'm sure you're tired. However, retired needs to be retired. The word retired needs to be retired because the reality of it all is when you finally move out of that energy of being in your 3D 9 to 5 position for however many years you have, now it's time to really live in purpose. Now it's time to step into your purpose of who you are here to be, who you're ordained to be, what are your agreements to your purpose. So looking at this Pluto Aquarian energy, and I want to dive in just a little bit about the energy we're sitting in right now with Venus as of yesterday. Yes, as of yesterday, the 7th, Venus is now sitting in Aquarian energy. At least for the next 3 weeks, Venus and Pluto on and off will be working together, helping you to really discover the vision you hold for yourself. In addition to Venus being in this Aquarian energy, it is really about the relationships that you have, the visions of your relationships. What is that relationship? What vision do you hold for your relationships? Again, you are the creator. You are that person that is creating your journey right now. You are that person that's attracting the people into your life. After all, as I said, we are moving into a very different energy. And many people I'm witnessing transitioning out of their 9 to 5 jobs and preparing to move into entrepreneurship. And so craving for the energy of collaborations. So again, I want to put this out there as well. And I'm really hoping that the right people get to hear this today. That if you are that person that's literally shifting out of your 3D 9 to 5 positions and you're moving into your entrepreneurship, I want you to really set the intention every morning when you get up to align yourself with people that are going to connect with you, people that are going to collaborate with you, people that are going to lift you up. And with that intention, I also want you to be ready to say yes to opportunities that these individuals are going to come to the table with. They're going to come to your table to propose an opportunity with you. In regards to that could look like possibly being featured in a magazine, possibly being featured on a summit, possibly being featured on a TV show, TV host show. Something that's going to get you in front of a larger audience so you can share who you are and what it is you are doing as you're moving forward. Because again, if you are looking to expand, if you are looking to grow, if you are looking to be this different version of yourself that you've been up until now, you need support. You need collaboration. You need connections. You need to be in front of people that's going to help you. And the best way to say this is, if the people you've been hanging around with for the last give and take 9 years of your life have not really lifted you up, have not really purchased a service from you, maybe you have people that support you when you give freebies. Reality of it all is, those are really not your people. Because if you were to take the freebie away, would that person still support you? Would that person still be willing to lift you up? Would that person still be willing to take on a service of yours? Because this is the people you're looking for. Now, don't get me wrong, don't misunderstand me. I'm not saying that every person needs to invest financially in what you are doing. People can lift you up by sharing your products, sharing your shows, sharing your content. That's another way of lifting you up, helping you to get you across the platforms to different places. Because again, if you are watching this on Facebook or YouTube, I would expect from you to take your time right now to share this out, to let your friends and family know that here I am talking to you. Now, this is not about me. This is not about me wanting to get on every platform. This is really about me wanting to share my message, so you yourself can get on every platform. Now, again, going back to the word retirement, you may think, well, you're retired and you don't need to do this anymore, and that basically you're coasting through your life. Well, let me say this to you. If you have a post, you still have a purpose. And maybe that's what the challenge is that you don't know or understand what your purpose is. And this is more the reason to want to be around people that's going to start lifting you up, that will help you find what that purpose really is. So as we move into 2026, which is a 10 energy year, theoretically speaking, that 10 energy year is about doing things new. After all, in 2025, it's going to be the process of reviewing the last 9 years of your life. And then 2026 is really about doing things differently, a lot differently. So 2025 is not really about getting things started up or doing things really new. It's going to be really about reviewing all of what you've been doing with this age in Aquarius, and really taking a deeper dive, a closer look on what works and what doesn't work. So this way here, by the time we move into 2026, you're ready. You're ready to go and ready for action. Now, some of you might actually already be energetically in that energy where you're not going to necessarily be doing the reviews of the last 9 years of your life. You may actually be moving into that new space and things have died off for you and things are looking very different. And I know for a fact that there's many of you out there who are in the process right now asking, what am I here to do? Even though you are living on purpose, you are in your entrepreneurship, but that's going to look different. Now, I know going back 4 years ago, I was asking that question when we all experienced the pandemic and things started looking different. In fact, I asked myself that question back in let's think about it. In 2006, just a little history about me, and then I'm going to move forward again. 2006, for those of you who don't know, I expanded my business. Now, really backtracking even more, rewinding it back, I opened my storefront in 2001. And then in 2006, I expanded my business, and I kept the expansion for 2 years. And I ended up downsizing that business. Now you may ask yourself, well, why would I have downsizing after operating it for 2 years? Well, because I didn't do something that theoretically you do when you expand a business, and I'll talk to you about that in a little while. So after 2006 of downsizing my business and continuing to operate my storefront as I was, then the opportunity came upon again in 2011 to expand my business. So I did just that. I expanded again. And there I went another 2 years. I did it for 2 years again. There was just something with 2 years, and I don't know what it is. I'm still in that process trying to figure that out. What is it with the 2 year mark? So anyway, came 2013. Well, I actually think I held it on a little longer than 2 years. I think I did it 3 years because I downsized my business in 2014. And then, as we all know, came 2020. things started getting a little shifty. Pandemic occurred. So anything I was experiencing in that time frame, and I want to throw in one little thing that's going to lead into what it was that I did not do in 2006 and 2007. In 2019, my former landlord to my business gave me a big yellow envelope. And that big yellow envelope was a new lease. Because for the 15 years that I had her as my landlord, she never increased my rent. And because she never increased my rent, I really never thought to increase my own rent, especially those 2 times when I expanded my business. Big, big, big mistake right there. Because theoretically, and for any of you out there who are looking to start a business, start your own entrepreneurship, this is the biggest lesson I'm going to share with you never to do. If you're looking to expand your business, and even if it's not about expanding your business, it's so important to make sure you're increasing your rates every year to match the actual energy of what life is, because every year things go up. So now, theoretically speaking, should I have increased my rates at the time back in 2006 and 2011? Should I have increased my rates? Who knows what my business would have looked like. So again, going back to 2019, when my landlord gave me the envelope, I literally dropped to my knees and said to God and my mentor at the time who was sitting with me, I said, what am I supposed to do? I don't know anything else to do except what I've been doing all these years. And she looked at me and she goes, what makes you think that you're supposed to close down your studio? I said, well, the rent has been increased by a tremendous amount of money. And she goes, well, what other way can you think about doing this besides closing your studio? And she goes, perhaps maybe you need to increase your rates. And I took this big chunk of just now, and I was like, wow. And I had to do that. I had to increase my rates. So with all the clients I had back then and new clients, my rates went up. And I was doing really, really well. So that was in 2019. And then 2020, the pandemic happened, which I did really well in 2020 because I continued my business. 2021, my business was soaring pretty well. That 2022, things started changing. I was able to maintain the clients I had, and the new clients that I was getting, thanks to the pandemic, I was working virtually. So I would say, let's say I had 10 clients at the time, 7 of those 10 clients were virtual clients. So 3 clients were physically coming into my storefront. And at that point in time, it did not make any sense to keep a storefront just to have 3 people coming in to the store. So this decision was really made based on the fact that my clientele became more of a virtual clientele than an on-site clientele. I do see clients on site, and I see just as many clients virtually. So again, it's the collaborations and connections and the new way of doing things. So over the next 3 years, it really is about taking some time to review, letting go of what no longer serves you. Even if you are retired, even in retirement, it's still time to continue going. Retire the fact that you're retired. And start asking yourself, what is it that I can do that I can be more purposeful and live on purpose? Because when you start to live on purpose, you literally wake up feeling like you have a purpose in life, and that you're not just sitting in your living room chair watching TV all day, or you're not just sitting roaming through Facebook all day, or you're not just sitting reading all day. And these are all great things to do based on leisure time, but not all day. So my encouragement to you is to literally start looking for your tribe that's going to support you. Start thinking about other ways of doing things. Start thinking about connections. All that being said, I'm going to leave you with 2 things. I'm going to pull a card for you, and then I have an invitation for you. So let's pull a card, see what we need to know based on this energy. What do we need to know based on Pluto in Aquarius, Venus in Aquarius right now? We've had a lot of planetary shifts taking place. If you did not catch my video, my live last night with Miss Kitty Foss, please go to my YouTube channel, go find it. The instability, or should I say the instability. The instability is the name of the game as we're moving forward with the energy we are moving into, because it is unstable. Things are shifting, we're shifting, things are changing, we're changing. So you may not really know what direction you're in right now, what direction you're going to. This is the reason to really pay attention to the different people that's popping up on your screen, on your Facebook screen, and more specifically Facebook. See who's popping up there. See what they have to offer you. See if they have something that's going to help you get in front of a different audience. So here's there goes our card. Perfect card. So the number 2. Number 2 is about our partnerships. It's about our relationships. It's how we value ourselves. And it's very much associated with Taurus energy. And right now, Uranus is in retrograde in Taurus right now. So yes, there's a lot of chaos that is going on with relationships. The relationship you have with yourself. Uranus is one of the ruling planets to Aquarius. So it makes so much sense in reference to what's the vision you're holding regarding the relationships you're in, and what is the vision you're holding regarding new relationships you would like to be in. You are the creator to your story. So this is a perfect time that if you're noticing that the people you're hanging out with are not supporting you and encouraging you and lifting you up and helping you move forward, then this is the time to start really shifting gears. So that Queen and King is the word for the day, Queen and King. So this is, when we speak Queen and King, it's about your feminine and masculine energy. It's the doing and the receiving. So again, this is really about what are you doing so you can receive? What are you doing so you can be? And how can you have it all? The orange energy is the sacral chakra. So this is about letting go of judgment towards yourself. And when you're evaluating the last 9 years of the people who's been hanging with you, it's not about judging them. It's about evaluating and assessing where you are. And really it's about your desires. Because your sacral chakra is your desires. What are you desiring? What are you craving? What are you looking to see the next year to look like for you? What do you want to build in this 9-year vibrational energy? Now, December itself, based on this energy of December, it's the 12th month. The 12th month is associated with Pisces energy. So this is really about tapping more into your intuition, being more in tune with your energy and the people you're connecting with. And the best way to know why things are or are not going the way you want it to, look around the people you're talking to, hanging out with. The people you're making connections with, look at them. Because if they're not the people doing things, if they're not being uplifted, if they're not motivating themselves, how are they going to motivate you? So it's really important to start finding those people to help you get lifted. So tapping into your desires is the message for today, working on your sacral energy as well. My final note to every one of you, I would love to invite you to come join me. I have a membership, Women Empowering Women. After all, wasn't that one of the words we used today? Empowerment. So if you're interested in joining my membership group, we meet the second Monday every month, which in fact we meet tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern time on Zoom. You don't have to be a member of Facebook to be a part of this group, although I do have a Facebook group what's the word I'm looking for? Dedicated, there you go. Dedicated to this group, of course. However, you don't have to be a Facebook member. You could be watching me on YouTube and hearing about this. So the group, again, is called Women Empowering Women. You can find it on my website, which is Holistic Fitness NY. And it meets the second Monday of the month, 8 p.m. Eastern time. Every month, we have a guest speaker. In addition to the guest speaker, we start off the meeting with energy insight based on numerology, astrology. Then we introduce the guest speaker, and then we open the table up based on what the conversation was about the guest speaker and how that resonates with each and every one of us. We encourage, empower, uplift, and support each other in this group. And ideally, the big part of this is that I want to hold light and support each and every one of the members in this group to expand and take the leap of faith of doing something that's going to scare them a little bit, but going to elevate them to their next purpose. So all that being said, I want to thank you so much for being with me this morning. And I'm hoping that my guest that was supposed to be originally be here with me today, I'm hoping my guest is okay and that there's just a confusion with the time zones, and perhaps we'll be rescheduling. With all that being said, though, enjoy the rest of your night, and remember that we are in the age of Aquarius. Venus is sitting there in Aquarius right now with Pluto, and we do have Uranus, which is the ruler of Aquarius, that's sitting in Taurus. So it is about your relationships. And let's not forget that Saturn is also one of the ruling signs to Aquarius, and Saturn is in Pisces at this point, restructuring who you are. Pisces is all about your intuition, your psychic abilities, and remembering that you are a spiritual being having multitudes of human experiences, and every experience that you are having is leading you to where you have to go. I will see you on the other side. If you have questions or comments, you can grab my email, healingwithin76@gmail.com. Send me those questions, and I would love to have you. And if you are interested in being a part of my Women Empowering Women's group, you have two options. You can take advantage of the VIP invitation, where you can purchase a 6-month membership and come in for one free meeting, or you can come in for the day and take advantage of the VIP daily price. And you get all that information on my website. I'll see you on the other side. Have a blessed day, everyone.